Hello everybody and welcome to a Three Ranger Bros Studios YouTube video. Welcome to the Three Ranger Bros Studios. The Three Ranger Bros Studios are consisted of myself, Cosplay Dude 67, and the Red Cornish Ranger. You can find us all on TikTok, you can find us all on YouTube. We do different types of content as well, but this is our content creator group. But, however, there's also more of us. We have what we call the Council, which is additional members, just they're not the Three Ranger Bros. There are 5 altogether. Now, just a quick rundown of what's going to be happening throughout July. Basically, me and the boys need some time to kind of collect, create, and just give ourselves more chance to make more content for you guys as August and going on from August. So, what we have devised a little plan here. We're going to be uploading 4 of the 5 Tuesdays throughout July, and those 4 Tuesday uploads will consist of myself and one of the council members, so you guys actually get to meet the council members as well. There's one of them that hasn't been introduced just yet. She's obviously been introduced in the shorts and the TikToks and things, but not as of yet when it comes to the videos. But today we are joined with Billy, the co-host of the Zero to Hero podcast. Fun fact, the Zero to Hero podcast is actually how the Three Ranger Bros all met each other as being guests on that podcast and joining their Discord server. So do make sure you check out the Zero to Hero podcast. Me and Billy are creating our own team of Power Rangers. We're making a Power Ranger trio. Now, basically what that means is we have to pick a Yellow Ranger, a Blue Ranger, and a Red Ranger from different teams. Not allowed to copy the teams. So, for example, let's say if I picked the Blue Zeo Ranger, you can't pick another Ranger from Zeo, and so forth and so on. And yes, that is exactly what we're doing. It's a fun video, and I really hope you guys enjoy it. So let's dive in.
So we worked this morning at our job, and so our boss showed up, and he's from right outside Wales. So he brought his dogs. We didn't know he was gonna bring his dogs, so that his dogs just showed up and they barked, and I was like, oh, they even bark in an English accent.
That's funny. Okay, so before we dive into our brand new Ranger Trios, I wish to welcome you to the Three Ranger Bros and welcome to your first video on the Three Ranger Bros Studios channel. Of course, you've been in the shorts. You have been in the shorts, but this is your first official video. So welcome. And so we both have created a Ranger team, a Ranger trio, which I want to know, before you explain your team, have you gone down a specific route? Have you taken, like, an idea? Like, what sort of way have you gone about building your Ranger trio? Or have you just made it out for fun?
Oh, at first I was like, let me just pair these 3 up. But then I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what? Actually, my 3 picks will actually go very well together. Well, 2 of them do. One of them is just because I just like them. So, but the other 2, I was like, hold on. By the end of it, I was like, wait, they actually pair up very well together. So, yeah.
Fair days. Okay, give us your Yellow Ranger. We'll start off with Yellow.
Okay, Mike. So, starting off with Yellow, I like Dustin from Ninja Storm.
Okay.
I just love the suit design, but as I went on, I liked his ability to earth. He's like Earth's type, and then he has a wicked hammer. So and I just picture his hammer as like a nude style gravity hammer, because he can just destroy the earth. Like, he can manipulate the earth with it and stuff. So that's definitely, and I just love the suit design. I love that season is actually very good too. Like, they're actually wind ninjas in an academy. Love it. Love that. And that one actually plays very well into what we're doing. There's 3 Rangers. We have 3. I always loved the Yellow Ranger, Dustin, from there.
Yeah, Dustin's a very good choice, actually. Actually, funny enough, he was one of my, first ideas for my Yellow Ranger, and then I kind of came up with like. But it's funny how we both went with Dustin. That was very cool. Yeah, Dustin's a good choice, and like you said, he's got the hammer, he's got ninja skills. He can bury himself underground, and we know for a fact his hammer can like knock opponents into the air and stuff by hitting the ground. You know, we've seen him do some really cool things with that. So yeah, you've got a nice heavy hitter. No pun intended. But you got a nice heavy hitter there for Yellow. Okay, yeah, that's a very good choice actually. I think that's a solid start. I like that. Okay, so I'm curious. Go with Blue next. I'm curious to see how Blue and Yellow work well together.
Okay, so I gotta go with Billy Cranston. Like that's like my first go-to. He's very smart. He's brilliant around the other Rangers. He's a good team player. Great lead on and off, or in suit, out of suit battle. You know, in a battle wits outside of the suit. But specifically, if it was me, I'd have to go with Cosmic Fury Billy. Older, aged more. But like I kind of guess like in between the Once and Always and the Cosmic Fury. That's my era ability that I love because he has much more knowledge. He's been around it. He's searching for the great mentor he had, and that plays in.
Yeah, I feel like with Billy as well, going just off of Dustin, you know, I feel like he could teach Dustin a few things, not just like martial art wise, but like just maturity, you know, some life lessons, you know, and I think that if Dustin ever did, you know, have a problem, you know, with anything, I think Billy would be a very good like person to go to, you know, like that kind of like conscious voice that you can go and rely on type thing. And you know, he's an OG. He's been around, one of the longest Rangers around, you know, so like he's definitely had experience in battle. So I feel like having also, depending on your Red Ranger, I think Billy might be the leader of your trio.
Oh yeah, okay. See, that's where I was going.
Like we don't need the Red Ranger to be the leader at all, but it definitely feels like he'd be the leader. That Billy's a good shot. I knew you'd put a Mighty Morphin Ranger there somewhere. And I was like, okay, he's only got 3 options. And I thought it'd be either Jason or Billy. I was like, I wonder which one he's gonna pick. Actually, to be fair, though, I'm quite surprised you didn't put Rocky Zeo Blue there.
Oh, I love the guy. But in this situation, when you only got 3, you got to go with the smart. You know, the one that's been there and he's traveled. He's well seasoned. I had to go with Billy over Rocky. So,
okay, top it off. Who's your Red Ranger?
All right, my Red Ranger is definitely gonna have to be in this trio. Amelia from Cosmic Fury, because if you see in there, her and Billy actually play very well together. Yes. She's very brilliant. He's very brilliant. They can think of things. She's got a natural lead as a Red Ranger. I know that in Cosmic Fury, we didn't get to see a lot of it, but I'm sure that if they progressed after that season, that she would have developed as a much more like strong red leader. Because we were very short with that season, but she, as a Pink Ranger, as the pink one in Dino Fury, I think she did very fantastic. You know, covering for the team as Zato didn't know, you know, much to do in that season. Because you know, from being, you know, asleep for so long, millions of years, to watching his home world blow up with Ion. You know, I feel like Amelia was like second in charge for that one. So I feel like she would be a very progressive, like strong red leader, and teaming up with Billy as a Blue Ranger. They're both brilliant, both strong. You know, they've seen it all. They have they don't have that quit mentality. So they always find a solution. I think they would work very well. And then top it off with like Dustin. He's the comedic relief for them. So,
yeah. Honestly, that was my first thought when you said Amelia. I was like, ooh, okay. But this kind of works because she has a hammer as well. She's got the anchor hammer, but it's a different type of hammer as well, because Dustin's more two-handed, where Amelia, she's swinging that thing one-handed. You know, she's quicker. Yeah. You got different styles. Billy's definitely the leader of this team. Amelia is a fantastic ranger. She's very slept upon. You know, she's a fantastic, you know, I know we had other Red Rangers that are girls, but leader Red Ranger, you know, first female leader Red Ranger, she made a very good impression. And yeah, Dustin definitely comedic relief there. That's always a good thing to have.
Honestly.
And again, I feel like Dustin could learn a lot from Amelia, but also I think Amelia could learn something off Dustin as well, because Dustin, by this point, if you go off after Cosmic Fury, let's just say this hypothetical team was made after the Cosmic Fury, Dustin's also been a ranger now for a couple of years. You know, okay, I know his powers are gone by the end of Ninja Storm, but let's be honest, the crossover brought them back. There's ways you can bring powers back. Like, ignore that. Ignore that. You know, but like, I feel like you could definitely have some. Well, I mean, technically speaking, Billy could still learn something. You could, with your trio, everyone could learn from each other.
Exactly.
Not just martial arts, not just skills, but just in general, you know. And yeah, I like that a lot. To be fair, that's a good choice. I did not think you'd pick Amelia. That was actually a very good choice. To be fair, I'm glad Cosmic Fury is getting some love and attention, because I've rewatched it with my son. My son's not getting into Power Rangers. He's watched Dino Fury, Cosmic Fury, Wild Force, Time Force. We're halfway through Jungle Fury as we're recording this. And he's loving every single moment of it. He's loved all of them so far, and he's really enjoyed. I think Cosmic Fury is the one he's watched the most, and it's just like, it just proves that, hey, anyone can get into Power Rangers whenever. You don't need to watch Mighty Morphin first. But like, he really enjoys Amelia as a character. He thinks Amelia's a really badass Red Ranger, and I'm just glad that Cosmic Fury is still getting some love and attention, even though it's the shortest, main season.
and I know what your son is, 6 years old or something.
Yep, yeah.
So it's always fun to see this new generation starting to watch what we did as as what we saw as kids. So that's always fun to see that. Yeah.
Well, as of recording this, RJ just became the Purple Ranger.
Okay.
And Logan lost his absolute marbles when RJ morphed for the first time. He's like, RJ gets to be. I was like, yes. He's like, and it's purple. I was like, and it's purple. And he's purple, like he lost his absolute marbles when it came to that. Okay, so my trio. I kind of noticed that all three of mine are from the Disney era. I didn't actually click on it until I was like, right, what's my list again? Oh yeah, they're all from Disney. So they're all Disney. I'll go yellow first as well. I went with Chip, which is Mystic Force Yellow. So I had the idea of kind of making it so each one of my Rangers brings something different to the team power set wise. So with Chip, it's the magic side of things. Obviously, they're all wizards in Mystic Force. They all have spells. So he brings the magical element to Mystic Force. We know that, he had special tutoring from the Solaris Knight. We know for a fact that, he was more into magic than the rest of them. He wanted to learn how to do different types of magic too. So by this point, who knows what sort of capability he would have magic-wise.
Right.
He's also my comedic relief character. He'd be the fun character, and he'd be the funny one. And also, I feel like when it comes to my other two, I feel like he'd be the one that's like, oh my days, you're this person. Hey, you can do this. He's like mind blown by everything. But I just love Chip. I know Mystic Force isn't the best season that, I know it's not that, not everyone likes Mystic Force, but Chip's just an awesome character, man. He's such a cool dude.
Yeah, and he's the redhead representation. Gotta love
yes.
Yes.
You're represented.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm one Yellow Ranger. But yeah, I wanted to include magic because it does balance out my team. And also he can, he does have thunder as well, which is his element, is lightning. So that makes it up a bit. But yeah, Chip's a fun character. And I didn't really think about Zords, but that doesn't really matter. Zords aren't that important in this scenario. So my Blue Ranger, I went with Sky SPD Blue.
Yes.
So, when it comes to my little strategy here, he's the tactical weapon user. He's got SWAT mode, he's got guns, he's got blasters, he's the weapon person. So you've got magic and we've got tactical. That's my two so far. Sky's he's born to lead. Obviously, he's been red. We know for a fact from Bridge he becomes commander. He's very good at his ranger duties and everything. He's very headstrong, very focused.
Yeah.
But I feel like with Chip, I feel like they'd kind of like. I feel like Sky would make Chip a bit more mature, but I feel like Chip would make Sky kind of loosen up a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
They kind of bounce off each other, and I feel like they're respectively.
Yeah, and especially with Sky too, in SPD, they're not kind of put in those positions like other Ranger teams, but he'd be a good leader because in there's like a job for them. So like being number 2, Blue would be like saying, hey, he has the best resume in this, so that would make a lot of sense though, as like a lead or an example of a lead, because in that season that's just a job. So when someone leaves, they'll bump up, they'll get promoted to the next number or color. So
yeah, which we
I feel
do
like
see.
that would be perfect for them.
Yeah, as we do see, because obviously Bridge becomes red and Sky goes Commander, and when we also see Sky become red at the end of the season. So yeah, it's more rank than power set for SPD, which is a nice difference, to be fair.
It's a nice different for the season.
Yeah, and then top it off, funny enough, we mentioned Jungle Fury, my Red Ranger's Casey from Jungle Fury.
Hey, fair play.
Bringing the martial arts skill as my strategy. Okay. So we have a magic user, a tactical user, and a martial artist. That's kind of how I wanted to play it. Casey, of course, knows how to use the nunchucks. He obviously knows how to use dual swords. He's also got master mode as well, which obviously you include all abilities and stuff. So all 3 rangers have an additional mode. Casey obviously has got the spirit of the tiger, the shark, and the gorilla, which he can use as well. He knows multiple different fighting styles. He's also got his strike cruiser thing, the bike, which he does use a fair few times in Jungle Fury, which I didn't actually realize rewatching it he used it that often, but he does. I was like, okay, cool.
All right.
So yeah, by my team, I kind of went down the strategy of I want at least each ranger to bring something to the table, Power Ranger wise. Casey's also a good leader. He's one of the Red Rangers that we see that has no fucking idea what he's doing, but by the end of it, he's like a leader, So I feel like he'd be him and Sky would work well together in that aspect.
Right.
And like I said, he's martial artist. Maybe he could teach the boys a thing or two. Who knows?
Yeah. I love how you went like with like sets to the team, like what they could contribute, like tactical, martial arts, and then magic. And I went with chemistry of like the how well they would team up together with like a personality and their strengths together.
See, this is one of the reasons why I like doing these sort of videos, because each person's going to go down a different route.
Exactly.
And that's why I gave you this prompt, because I was like, I really want to know what Billy does. I want to know how you take this idea, how you do the trio. Because one thing that me and Logan were talking about the other day, because obviously Jungle Fury is the first Ranger team he's met that starts off with 3 but goes up to 5. And I said to him, I was like, well, some teams start off with 5, some Ranger team starts off with 3, it all depends. And he said that he quite likes that, and he said to me, he's like, is there any Ranger team that starts with like 4? I was like, no, sadly no, there's only 3 or 5, sadly. But when it comes to the 3, pretty much every season that starts off with 3 are pretty much bangers, pretty much. And I also noticed both of us actually did that as well, because you picked Ninja Storm, which only has 3, and I just picked Jungle Fury, which only has 3. So we both did that. But yeah, it's an interesting take, because you only have 3 slots. So like you said, you went down the chemistry, how they got to work together route, and I went down the strategic power set route. So yeah, that's a cool way of doing it.
Love it. And then also loving seeing the videos with you and your son is actually like rambling on about Power Rangers. I'm like, I'm so proud.
He's watched a fair bit of Power Rangers now. I really need to sit with him and do more Best Buds, because we've watched Time Force, Wild Force, and half of Jungle Fury. So I want to sit him down and let him ramble on about Wild Force for a video, and let him ramble on about Jungle Fury for a video and things. So yeah, he's really enjoying Power Rangers so far, and I know Mighty Morphin's the beginning, but I'm also sat there thinking, like, Logan likes watching it for the story as well, and I'm like, Mighty Morphin doesn't have much for a plot. Not for the friends, like it doesn't. Like I'm like, as much as Logan's gonna like it, it also drags, and I'm like, I can't be asked. We're gonna watch the fun seasons. Yeah,
you're right. It drags a little. Yeah, you're right.
Well, there you go. That's our Ranger trios that we created. Thank you, Billy, for coming on. Of course, you will return. You're part of the council now. You have to return. You signed the contract with blood. That's what happened.
Don't remind me.
But yeah, so there you go. that's where we're gonna leave it. And of course, everybody, let us know your Ranger trio. Let us know which way would you go down. Would you follow Billy and make it more so they work together well, or would you go down the way our route and make it so it's strategic power set wise, or would you go completely different? That's up to you. Let us know in the comments. And there you have it, guys, our 3 Ranger Bro video for today. Make sure you check out the other channel videos as well. You'll see plenty of channel videos with myself, with Cosplay Dude 637, Mark the Red Cornish Ranger, and so forth. And like I said in the beginning, the next 3 videos will introduce some of the other council members, with the last one actually already being on a video, just not a main Tuesday video. So lots of different types of content, lots of different types of variety of fandoms being delved into as well. And I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. A big warm welcome to Billy, as this is his first YouTube video here, and I really hope you guys did enjoy. With that being said, make sure that you check out the Zero to Hero podcast. A big shout out to them. Fun podcast, lots of different geekiness and fun each Friday that they upload. And of course, with that being said, hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell so you guys don't miss another video. We're of passion, everybody. We love you all, and we shall see you guys in the next one.